Good, good, good. Welcome to another episode of Smoked Out Society. Yeah, we got to talk about this shit. This shit's getting out of hand now, bro. Now we got reports of two more fucking cruise ships. That's two more cruise ships, people. One infected with the neurovirus. Supposedly, you think one might also have the hunt. This might have a hunter. This is getting out of hand. I'm finding all of this shit highly suspect. It's like the shit is trying to force itself. What's good? What's good? What's good? I see you in the building. We got some people in the building already. I'm trolled up. Y'all already know, man. We about to talk about it. I got some content. I got some videos. This shit don't make no. This is confusing. Neurovirus, the hantavirus. They said they had this shit under control. Now more the shit is starting to show that it's spread. Like, come on, man. This shit is fucking a joke now. It's going to get to the point they're going to ban cruises. Nobody's going to want to get on a cruise ship no more. These cruises are turning into fucking death traps. That's what these fucking cruises are turning into. They're turning into fucking death traps. People catching all kind of viruses, and is it because people are not doing what they have to? That shit is crazy. You already know, Rico Squad, we in the building. Like, this shit is crazy, people. I'm about to roll up real quick. While I'm rolling up, I'm gonna play a little bit of music, but we're gonna get into this shit, bro. We have to, bro. This shit is getting out of fucking hand now. We just can't sit back anymore and just chill. Like, this shit, something's got to give, bro. And you know what? In my heart, as crazy as it sounds, I'm trying to be a conspiracy theorist and everything, but I believe it's being done on purpose, bro. That's some silver fucking accusations going around, but nothing surprising with Donald Trump's regime, yo. There's rumor around, and I told you I went live the other day, and I told you about it. Find the fuck proof. That's why I took the live down just in case. But I had saw it. It was up there. Someone had recorded this man talking about maybe the best thing I could do is for that shit to come to the U.S. so people be too scared to leave their houses to go vote. He's trying to push for another pandemic, people. I'm not understanding. This fucker's trying to push us another pandemic, and he knows. You know what's so crazy? They went ahead and they vetoed the shit that went down in Virginia, but you don't understand. You don't let them change the maps up and push it. They're gonna fucking blow this shit out the waters, man. They have no choice. Your public is MAGA is fractured. Trump is going down as the worst president that ever lived, man. There's no way. You know what I'm saying? Come on, even Blantonino, damn, am I saying that? Blantonino is saying the same thing. He shit, yo, it ain't no coincidence. Come on, man, that shit is weird as fuck, bro. I find that shit as fuck. It's not give, man. Sorry, something gotta give. But drop the link. If anybody want to come shit, as we about to play a little bit of music while I roll up, but this shit is crazy, bro. I'm gonna tell you right now. Shit is absolutely fucking bonkers. It's bonkers and it's crazy. I'm starting to see some shit. That's another thing. I'm really starting to see some shit, something suspect right now, yo. I'm really on that fucking thinking something's not right, bro. They doing something, man. I would not be surprised if Trump has his hand in it. That's the Blatanio. All right, got you. Yo, this shit is crazy, bro. I'm just 100% sure he's got his paws or something to do with it, man. It just don't seem right, man. For me, it just don't really fucking seem right. All right, I'm gonna play this in the background while I roll up, people. You already know, man. I dropped the link for anybody want to come on the link. Play a little bit of music in the background while we roll up, people. And then I'm gonna get to the content. But I got some content for y'all, bro. This shit is crazy, bro.
I give you time when I barely had mine. Late night calls, now you're caught in my line. You need space, I was reading the signs, but I stayed anyway. Guess I'm losing my mind.
Have this. Who?
I was building a home, you were packing to leave.
They're doing whatever they can, bro. Whatever they can to get at us, bro.
You grew distant, I just loved you more or less. I could have changed.
Man, doing good all day with this internet with no issue. This shit.
I gave you a even though that shit brought pain, I loved you enough to.
Some bullshit, bro. You know they do. You know they do. That's just a proven fact. We know exactly they got their hooves all in it. Just there's no denying that. The question is, man, how the fuck are there still people supporting this administration? Like going balls out for this dude still. You got people quitting, ending careers because they don't want to burn when this motherfucker burns. And that's what's going to happen. I'm telling you, man, this dude is going to burn. And if he don't burn, a lot of these people that did what they did to appease him are going to burn. If you think about it, look at Pat Bondi. She's already lawyered up. Anybody that's worked for Donald Trump and that's been removed or fired by him, as soon as they know they fired, they have went and lawyered up. Because they know already, bro. They know what the fuck is coming, bro. There's no avoiding it. Wrath is coming. You guys went ahead and y'all took advantage of this fucking government, did what the fuck y'all wanted, cheated, stole. Because I don't care what anybody says. Trump went into fucking Venezuela, kidnapped their president, stole all they owe you, and pocketed that money. Like, how many presidents you know do that and put money in offshore accounts? Talking about he has control. Get the fuck out of here, bro. Give me a second. This weed is beating my ass right now. Like, that shit is crazy, man. Come on, man. That shit don't make no sense, man. Like, who the fuck is they? You know, like, who does this nigga think he is, bro? Tell you, if that would have been a black or a Spanish man, bro, man, we would be talking about how they fried this motherfucker and did it publicly for the American people to see, bro. That's what's so sad about that whole situation. That if it would have been Barack or Biden that did this shit, hey yo, bros, we wouldn't hear the end of it. We would not hear the end. That's all you would hear them talk about. It's look what Biden did. Look what Biden did. Biden did that. Biden did this. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah. Look at what Donald Trump did. The economy is fucking in the shits right now. Everything is going up. Inflation is through the fucking roof right now. And he's worried about a motherfucking that nobody showed up to his little event. Like, bro, nobody fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. Let's see what the brother here said. Remember when people thought Obama was the Antichrist? Laughing my ass out loud. They even thought Bush was the Antichrist before that. Not so funny now with the Trump. Yeah, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right, bro. This shit is crazy, bro. The whole situation is just fucking wild, bro. You already know, Tonito. This shit, the whole shit is just crazy, bro. They allowed this man to do what the fuck he wanted, bro. And then, you know what kills me about the whole shit? If you knew, because I'm going to tell you right now, these Republicans knew what it was. Y'all knew Donald Trump was dirty like this. Y'all knew he was embroiled in all kind of mischievous, dirty, grimy shit like this. Why did y'all even allow this man to go as far as back and becoming the face of your party, bro? That's what kills me about the Republicans. That's why I don't feel bad for nothing that they're going through. You knew this nigga was like this before y'all fucking let him in. Y'all were frying him in the primaries. Every Republican that was there was frying the shit out of Donald Trump in the primaries when he ran the first time. Come on, man. Shit. Don't let us forget what Marco Rubio was saying about him. Now Marco Rubio is right there on his knees, just guzzling away. Come on, man. You got we this shit is crazy, bro. You can only laugh about this shit. That's all you can do. The fucking every other world leader is laughing at us right now. That's how embarrassing it is. Every other world leader is currently laughing at us. We are the lock and stock of the world right now. We all saw what happened at the G Summit meeting. Come on, Donald Trump was the butt of all the jokes at the G Summit meeting, yo. Really? That's what we doing? Our president was fuck common relief. They called him a big ass baby. And then he tried to send somebody. They were like, nah, we doing it right now. Who are you? Represent power? Nah, we step off. I don't blame them. Everybody that was there had a reason to be there. They were all for power. They were all people in power. Why are you sending your goonies to represent the United States? Why he couldn't come? You know why he didn't want to come? Because he was going to be embarrassed. He knew they were all joking his ass. That's why he didn't come. Crazy. Did he get down? This shit is crazy, people. And I turned the music off. I just started talking to y'all and shit. Just got into it, bro, because it's like, it's wild, bro. It's wild, bro. And you know what's so crazy? I ain't never been on a cruise ship before. I ain't never been on a cruise before. You think I want to get on one now? The fuck not. I go on a cruise ship, I might not live after that. That's crazy, bro. Like I said, I ain't got no proof. I ain't got no evidence. But I find it highly suspicious that with all the bullshit and the gerrymandering and all the fun going on with the voting, that all of a sudden now a pandemic is about to come about again. And it seems to be having a right around the right time when motherfucking elections about to start going. Come on, man. That shit is not a coincidence, bro. Donald Trump and this administration are trying to do whatever they can to prevent this election. They're going to do whatever they can to fuck this election up really bad, yo. And that's the sad part about it. We got another one. How come this guy gets a pass for us to not to be allowed to call him racist after his obvious actions that have proven him to have dislike for brown people in particular, whether Latino or Middle East? That's a whole fact. Preach, brother. Preach. That's a whole fact. People, look at that. Come on, man. Todd just said it for you. Todd just said it for you. Come on, man. Stop the cap. Stop the motherfucking cap, bro. Shit don't make no sense, man. That's the way I feel. The shit make motherfucking. I got the blow. Let's light this shit up. Listen to a little bit of music again. I'm gonna just finish off one or two songs. Then we're gonna get into the content I got. Shit is definitely wild.
I was building a home, you were packing to leave. I clocked the change, but I said it was stress. You grew distant, I just loved you more or less. Funny how love can be blind to the signs. Now I see clear, but it's after the mess. I could have begged, I could have chased. But what's the kept my pride, gave you your space. Even though that shit brought pain, I love you enough to let you go. Even when I didn't wanna be alone, you found your peace. Enough to set you free, even if it's not with me. Now I'm just dead. What I want when you say my name, like nothing changed, but everything did. We went from us to just what it is. I tried to talk, you were dodging truth. Gave you my trust, you were bending the proof. Said I was too much, maybe I was, but I was just giving you all of my love. Now I'm rebuilding piece by piece, trying to find calm, trying to find me peace. You moved on quick, I stayed in place. Guess heartbreak hits at a different pace. I could have begged, I could have stayed, lost myself just to make you through the pain. I loved you as control, but I won't hold you if your heart ain't. Even if it's not with me. Now I'm just dealing with the memories, but I won't force what we can't be.
That's some real shit right there, people. That's some real shit right there. Those are some real words right there. No bullshit. I'm going to leave that up there, too, for a minute. That's legit right there.
Pain, I loved you enough to let you go. Even when I didn't want to be alone. You found your peace, I lost control. But I won't hold you if your heart ain't home. I loved you enough to set you free, even if it's not with me. Now I'm just dealing with the memories, but I won't force what we can't be. If it's real, it don't need force.
Tell you,
And if it's gone,
that's legit right there, Todd.
you let it
That's
run
legit
its
words.
course.
Stay with me, don't fade away. Only you got my heart this way.
Oh shit, people.
You're my
Ladies and gentlemen, the myth, the legend, the word. Talking is justice in the building, yo. But yeah, like I was saying, folks, after this song, I'm gonna get to this content for you. Like I said, man, I believe all of these cruise ships and things. See, a lot of people go on cruise ships. Let me pause the song real quick. A lot of people have been going on these cruise ships. Do you ever notice that the price of cruise ships have went down? They've been making them affordable so that people can go on these fucking cruise ships. You know what I'm saying? I knew you was thinking I was gonna say that crazy shit. So, what would be a good way to start a chemical warfare? Send one person on a cruise ship, have him cough, touch shit, do shit, boom, 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 and then get the fuck off the cruise ship and keep it moving. By the time they realize anything is going on, it's too late. This is what happened with this fucking with the Hanta virus. By the time they realized what the fuck was going on, 8 people already had got off the fucking boat. 8 people have already dismounted from that shit. Tokyo just said, I heard the government has been leaking viruses into cruise ships purposely. And that's what I was saying. You know what I mean? I wish I could find the audio, but I don't want to get in trouble and I don't want to get my channel knocked down. But I heard the audio on somebody else's fucking channel where someone was in a cabinet meeting with Trump, and in that audio, you can overhear him saying maybe that they need a virus like this, like another COVID, so that people can stay home and won't go and vote in November. They'll be too scared. I'm telling you, this is the mindset of these fucking people. The fucking CDC is all the way fucked up. Don't forget, he destroyed the CDC. The CDC is everywhere right now. Come on, man. Let's finish this song so I can play these videos for y'all. And like I said, I dropped the link, man. It's been a minute, man. Hit that panel. Let's have conversations. That's about this shit. When we have these open conversations about these type of topics, that shit draws people in. That helps with the algorithm. So definitely, man, we need to get on this topic. As soon as this song is over, I'm gonna play these videos for y'all. Gonna blow y'all fucking minds away, yo. I'm telling y'all.
I don't need nobody when you hold me. Everything feels right. If you leave me, it'll bring me slowly. Stay forever. Be my all tonight.
You're my only. I don't want no
Yeah, definitely shout out to everybody in the chat. Appreciate y'all, yo. Definitely, I just dropped the link again. If anybody want to hit the panel. Another thing, look, be on the lookout. This channel is gonna take a drastic turnaround. I'm gonna go ahead and I've already upgraded. I will be setting up a Smoked Out Society line where people will be able to call into the show. So yeah, definitely, you know what I mean? I will be setting up a line. People are gonna be able to call in the show, and we're gonna talk to you live right here, man. We're gonna be live. Everyone's gonna see you, man. We're gonna talk, man. I'm gonna have people call in, and we're gonna talk about the topics that are on and everything. Like I said, this channel's going in another direction. It's blowing up. You know what I mean? I'm gonna try to take it. I'm still gonna do the politics and everything, but I'm gonna be taking calls and everything. I'm also gonna be streaming football games for 14U, 12U, 10U, 8U, and 6U. Once again, if anybody that lives in the Virginia Beach area, you definitely want to hit up the Virginia Beach Destroyers, up and coming organization. This is going to be their 3rd year in the league. They're a good thing. My son plays for them. They're a real good organization. My daughter cheers for them. Definitely, you want to look them up. But like I said, be on the lookout. We're gonna be taking calls live on the air, talking to people about what's going on, man. Like this, I'm trying to take the channel somewhere. I want to gather people back up again. I want this channel. At one point, I used to have at least a minimum 6-7 people on the panel. I want to get back to that. I want to get back to the open conversations, get back to the dialect. I think a lot of the drama and the beef that we had, you know, because of people not knowing how to act or just fucking being in their own evil ways and shit like that, you know, I think that has hurt the whole mindset and the whole algorithm of everything that originally was set out to be done. And I'm going to try to get back to that. You know what I mean? Hopefully, people like Talkie is just a comeback. We'll see her, the devil's advocate. You know what I mean? You know, it's just shit like that. You know, we need to get back into it. But let me finish this song. I want to smoke because I definitely want to show you guys this video. This is Smoked Out Society. I'm your host, Havoc 3E. You already know what it is, man. Light it up.
I was drifting no direction, whole nights no connection. Then you came with affection, I was you that I'm protecting. I don't care about the past now, with a pen yet passed out. You the reason I stand proud, you my calm when it's black clouds. I ain't perfect, I got scars too, but I swear I get my heart true. If it's us, then it's all you, every dream got you in view.
You're my only, I don't need nobody. When you hold me, everything feels right. If you leave me, it'll break me slowly, stay forever. Be my all tonight.
Lay drives with your hand in mine. No words, but we feeling fine. If I fall, you gon' hold me tight.
Once again, happy Mother's Day to all those mothers out there, man. Definitely. Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day.
It's real, then it's worth my soul. I'm all in me, I lose control. They can't see what we build inside. Through the lows, yeah, we still survive. If it's you, I don't need to hide. You my peace, you my ride or die.
Only you. You're my only. I don't need nobody. Stay with me, don't say goodbye. You my heart, you my whole life. Only you. It's only you I trust. I know we'll get cold, you want to try to. I'm in through pain, I don't open up. Will you break them walls when it's getting rough?
Yeah, only you I trust.
Only you I trust.
Heart so gotta be you and love touch.
Only one I trust.
I was lost in the dark, no love.
Oh, in love.
Now it's only you I trust. Yeah, I don't really speak on feelings, I just mask it. Quick replies late nights, I'm distracted. Used to think lost faith, just plastic. Girls come and go, no attachment. But you different, I can't lie to. Brown eyes shining like a light show. When I'm stressed from the grind and the side roads, you calm me down, told me life goes. I was nigga too cold, heart froze. Trust issues from the old moves. Now you telling me you won't fold. Even when I'm stuck in my own mood. I've been building our walls so tall. Didn't feel I'd ever let one fall. Now I'm deep in force when you don't call. You're the only one I want, that's all. I try to act like I don't care, but when you're gone, it's not the same air. And every time that you're not there, I realize you're red. God, it's only you I trust. When the world get cold, you're the one I touch. I've been through pain, I don't open up. But you break down holes when it's getting rough. Yeah, only you I trust. Our hearts so body, but you unlock us. I was lost in the dark, no love. Now it's only you I trust. See, I came from stress and survival. Friends turn fake, that's vital. Now I keep my circle tight like vinyl. Cut off snakes, that's final. But you held me down when I had doubts. But my own mind filled with clouds. When the pressure tried to take me out, you don't really want to stay around. I remember nights I was broke. Things too big for the ends, I know. You said one day you'll blow. Now we closer than we ever was before. I ain't perfect, I admit that. Sometimes I overthink and drift back. But you patient, never switch act. You the reason I'm intact. If I fall, you catch me. If I run, you chase me. Every scar that shaped me, you embrace me. If I fall, and I swear I never felt this safe. Every heartbreak led me to this place. Iron name's the one I say when I feel. it's only you I trust. When the world get cold, you're the one I touch. I've been through pain, I don't open up when you break them walls. When it's getting rough, yeah, only you I trust. Heart so guarded, but you unlock us.
You know what's so fucked up? What the Republicans didn't expect was the Democrats to start playing dirty like them. See, what the Republicans don't have that the Democrats have is they have a lot of young Democratic people in power. See, the Republicans got a whole bunch of old fogey motherfuckers, old ass people. The Democrats, they've already, if you think about it, they've transitioned over to more younger, energetic people. You know what I'm saying? You got this new wave, and that's why the Democratic Party, I believe, in the end, is going to wind up winning, because they're able to keep up with this new generation of kids and people that are coming now. These old motherfuckers are set in their old ways, man, and that's what's going to be their downfall. That's the funny part about it. That's exactly what's going to be their fucking downfall, bro. It's just absolutely crazy, yo. That's the whole point. You're right. They still got people in diapers. But let me go ahead and get this off. I said after that song I would get it popping, so let's get it popping, yo. Like I said, bro, I got out. It doesn't make no sense. I'm telling you, I believe the fuck around, and the narrative is that this is being done on purpose. All this is being done purposely so that they can go ahead and fucking and scare people into not coming out their houses and shit during the fucking elections, bro. That's all they doing. That's all this is. Oh shit. Damn, again. That's all it is. Which is the one? It was one here I wanted to see. Where the fuck is it? Oh, here it is. Yeah, this shit right here. Check this shit out. This shit is wild, bro.
Breaking news coming out in the past couple of hours of yet another cruise ship where there has been an outbreak, and we're hearing over 100 passengers have fallen sick. This coming out in the past couple of hours. Let's go ahead and take a look at the latest so that way you can see it for yourself. Norovirus outbreak sickens nearly 120 passengers and crew aboard the Princess cruise ship. You can see this coming out today, May 8th, 2026, just a couple of hours ago. Here is another report coming out on this. 115 people sickened in the norovirus outbreak on the cruise ship. The CDC has reported, according to the CDC,
Now, if you don't know what the norovirus is, the norovirus is the virus that we got, I think, last summer. That shit that had niggas just throwing up and shitting all over themselves. That shit was crazy, bro. That shit came out of nowhere. No one know where that shit came out of. That shit just straight came out of fucking thin air and just started fucking people up. That's what it is. Hold on a second. Tokyo is just said it's also a way to minimize the human population. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I believe they doing that shit. I believe they doing that shit. But this is what's going on. Let's finish the video playing.
102 passengers and 13 crew were reported sick. Now, this number is continuing to rise. As you saw, the previous one, which was earlier, is now at 120. Now, this comes and with this is on a lot of people's minds right now because of what we currently have going on with the hantavirus. As now we're hearing the United States has prepared in 7 states to receive Americans possibly exposed to the hantavirus. State and local health officials are monitoring passengers who have returned home as federal authorities prepare to evacuate the rest to Nebraska. Now, this comes as I also let you know that amongst those, 2 of them that are returning to Texas, that returned from Texas, that were aboard that ship, are from Houston. We've identified the city of which they were from. They're here in the city of Houston. And also the new state that was added was New Jersey today. CDC issues a hantavirus New Jersey alert after 2 New Jersey residents potentially exposed to the rare virus. So I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. Now, they're saying that this outbreak that's taking place.
So, y'all seeing this shit, bro? Are y'all seeing how this shit is just systematically just spreading like wildfire, bro? They were smart, bro. They knew the only way to get this shit out there had to be through. This is deliberate. These are deliberate attacks on the American people. Someone is on these cruise ships releasing diseases, bro. Airborne diseases. Come on, man. This ain't no fucking coincidence, bro. This is truly not a fucking coincidence. Something's not. The math ain't mathing you. The math is not mathing.
Upon the Princess cruise ship is over 100 people. It is the norovirus. Now they're saying this is something that is not extremely rare, that these outbreaks can happen on the cruise ship with something like the norovirus. This is something where there's that stomach issue. You can have very violent vomiting, diarrhea. It can be very, very unpleasant. It's a stomach bug that is passed around, very contagious, that's aboard the cruise ship. Now, this happens very frequently. Now, this is just very alarming at this time because of the fact that we currently have this very rare disease that is currently taking place with the hantavirus Andes variant. And there's been updates that have been coming out on that. It just seems like every hour we're getting new information. There's concerns. We're hearing that there are also requests happening in other countries for self-quarantine. And we're also hearing that right now they are monitoring those here in the United States. But we're hearing that this cruise ship is still out to sea. It's going to be coming in May 11th, 2026 for this cruise ship that has a massive outbreak of the norovirus. So I'm going to dive into the articles, get you caught up on the latest. We're going to be taking a look at some video footage, getting you updated as to what is going on with the hantavirus as well. And just let me know your thoughts. I saw this headline and just thought, what in the world is going on? Just seems like there is a lot of sickness going on right now. Let me know your thoughts if you agree in the comments, but hit the like.
See what I'm saying? That shit is fucking, that's funny, bro. That shit is not normal, man. We ain't never been getting fucking diseases like this back to back or at the same time. Nah, this is man-made. Somebody's purposely doing this, bro. They're purposely trying to start another fucking pandemic, yo. I believe Trump and his administration are trying to purposely start another pandemic in order to try to scare people not to leave their houses or something for the fucking for the midterms, man. I'm telling you, this shit is weird as fuck, man. Excuse me. This shit is weird as fuck, man. I'm not buying none of this shit. I'm starting to believe this is what they did with COVID, bro. I truly believe this is what they did with COVID. I'm not buying none of this fucking shit, people. I'm not buying none of this. I'm gonna drop the link again just in case any of you 4 people in the back want to hit the link and come up and speak about this shit. Open panel conversation, man, because this is bullshit, bro. You're not gonna sit there and feed me this bullshit, but let's keep on with the video.
Like button for me if you appreciate the live updates, keeping you up to speed on everything. We are currently live. It's 9:46 p.m. Central Standard Time here in Houston, Texas. And also subscribe if this is your first time here. And as you guys know, I cite all the sources, put it on the screen, read right from it, so that way you can know and rest assured this is the latest. And yes, the norovirus is more common to happen than the hantavirus, which is a very alarming, concerning, deadly disease, because that one is a 40% mortality rate. Now, let's go ahead and take a look here at this. I'm going to get you caught up on the latest. Norovirus outbreak sickens nearly 120 passengers and crew aboard the Princess cruise ship. It says a norovirus outbreak aboard the Princess cruise ship this week has sickened over 100 passengers and more than a dozen crew members with grueling symptoms like vomiting and diarrhea, health officials have said. Now, of the 3,116 passengers aboard the Caribbean Princess, 102 reported falling ill with highly contagious stomach viruses during the 14-day voyage through the Eastern Caribbean, according to the Center for Disease Control and Prevention. In addition, 13 of the 1,131 personnel on board also reported getting sick. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Is this making you think twice about going on a cruise with all the sickness that is currently being reported. Princess Cruises can confirm that a limited number of individuals reported mild gastrointestinal illness during the April 28th Caribbean Princess voyage from the Port Everglades. A rep for the ocean liner.
Now, is it the food? Are these niggas fucking up and not cleaning correctly or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Can it be contaminated food? Was there an employee in there that had the chimichangas and just said, fuck it? Like, yo, this shit is weird as fuck, bro. This shit is weird as fuck. A lot of this ain't mathing, man. This shit is not mathing. I'm really confused. I'm going to keep it real with y'all, people. I'm really confused.
Told the Post in a statement, we quickly disinfected every area of the ship and added extra sanitizing throughout the voyage. Upon arrival to Port Canaveral on May 11th, Caribbean Princess will undergo comprehensive cleaning and disinfection before departing for her next voyage. Now, known as the vomiting virus, the infected group experienced diarrhea and vomiting on the 948-foot long vessel that set sail for Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the CDC reported. The cruise liner isolated ailing passengers and workers, increased cleaning and disinfection measures to contain the outbreak, and collected stool samples from those impacted for further testing. Now, the 22-year-old ship is set to return to Florida on Monday following planned stops in the Dominican Republic and the Bahamas, according to Cruise Mapper. The highly contagious illness, which is often associated with cruise ships, was first reported to the CDC's Vessel Sanitation Program on Thursday, the agency said. Now, this is the second norovirus outbreak to strike the Princess cruise ship this year. The misery-inducing illness rocked.
All right, then. Hold on a second. That changes a lot. That definitely changes a lot. And you want to know why that changes a lot? I'm going to tell you why. Because if this is the second time they've been hit with this, then maybe motherfuckers need to be more cautious and cleaner when it comes to fucking, you know, they know they got different people on these coming on these boats that you don't even recognize, you never talk to. They got to be a little bit better. I'm sorry. Definitely got to be a little bit better.
The cruise line Star Princess in March, sickening 141 passengers, 52 crew members during a week-long voyage in the Western Caribbean, according to the CDC. So there you have it, you guys. Man, let me know your thoughts in the comments. And man, you are stuck on that boat. And you are, if you're one of the individuals that's not sick, you're just hoping and praying that you're not going to get it. It's you're confined to that little space, that boat, that ship full of people that are getting sick. And now that is the norovirus. More common to see that happen with, not common, but more common to see something like that happen than with what we're having with the hantavirus, which is a very alarming situation. Take a look here. 7 states are preparing to receive Americans possibly exposed to the hantavirus. Now, this was on that smaller cruise ship, and we're hearing that there were 17 Americans aboard. Some of them are already here back in the United States, too, or in Houston. We're hearing several in California. There's also some in Georgia, Arizona, and Virginia. And we are also watching a potential transmission in New Jersey now as well. 7 states prepare to receive Americans possibly exposed to the hantavirus. State and local health officials are monitoring passengers who have returned home as federal authorities prepare to evacuate the rest of Nebraska. Now, the U.S.
You know what kills me about this whole shit? Why the fuck they just don't send everybody to one spot? Okay, you guys are back in the United States. No problem. You're here. You home. Send them all to Nebraska. Why are we spreading these motherfuckers out? Send them to different nodes. Send them all to wherever the fuck is the best CDC. Put them in the motherfucking room and keep it moving. Wait the 42 days, whatever the fuck it is, and wait. You risk the chance now of you. Tell you, bro, it's just the fucking common sense. You risk the chance of the shit coming out now. And then not only is you risk it coming out, you risk it coming out in multiple fucking areas at the same time. Because now you got one going here, one going there, one staying, one coming this far up. Like, this shit is crazy. I don't fucking understand the thinking behind this. The logic is stupid.
U.S. has entered emergency response mode as a cruise ship hit by a deadly hantavirus outbreak sails toward Tenerife, one of Spain's Canary Islands, where it will evacuate nearly 150 passengers on board, including at least 17 Americans. State and local health officials in the United States are monitoring at least 8 passengers who disembarked on April 24th, and they returned home. So when this report came out, people were saying, don't let them off of the ship. Keep them on there. We're concerned about this spreading. Well,
the damage was done already. See, that's what kills me. 8 people already had got off. Before they even realized what the fuck it was, 8 people got off and skedaddled. That's it. Outbreak. There's no stopping it.
They forgot to mention that about a week prior, we already had several people disembark. Now, for the time being, those individuals are not being told to isolate since they have not developed symptoms. However, the concern with this hantavirus variant, the Andes variant, is that the incubation period, they're saying, could be up to 8 weeks. So they could have been exposed to it 2 weeks ago. They still might not show signs for another month and a half of being infected. Now, as early as Sunday,
shit is crazy.
Global health authorities, they will help transport passengers still on board the ship, all of whom are currently asymptomatic, to their respective home countries. Passengers will be taken to a completely isolated.
Why? That's my thing. Maybe I'm fucking tripping. Maybe I'm thinking small-minded. But why you risk the chance of this shit fucking spreading? Keep all of these fucking people in one designated area. And when you know this 100% they're good to go, then you let them go. This shit is crazy.
Cordoned off area in Tenerife, then board guarded vehicles to transport them to a section of the local airport that will allow also Barcones, Spain's head of emergency services, said on Thursday.
So it's just said because the more it spreads, the more people they eliminate. This shit crazy. This shit is absolutely wild. That's the if that's their final game plan, that's fucking wild, bro. That's absolutely wild. That's crazy. You risking so much, so many lives. Never understood, bro. This is the Republican Party. These are their words. The fuck is it? Fuck, man. What's that?
Now, the Center for Disease Control and Prevention said Friday today in a statement that it is sending a team of epidemiologists and medical professionals to the Canary Islands to meet the Americans on board who will fly to Nebraska upon arrival. Because the disease status of the exposed passengers is unknown and responders will be in close contact with potentially symptomatic individuals, it makes sense for the emergency responders to don gloves, rubber or latex, a respirator mask like an N95, a protective gown, and eye protection, the CDC epidemiologist who did not speak on behalf of the agency said in a text message. Now,
look like we all gonna be in masks again. Let me tell you something. That shit was uncomfortable. In a fucking mask and everything. See what else we got going. Okay. I don't know why I stopped playing.
The flight will land at Offutt Air Force Base in Omaha, Nebraska. Now, the repatriated passengers will then be transported to the National Quarantine Unit at the Nebraska Medical Center in Omaha. It's unknown how long the quarantine will take. We are prepared for situations exactly like this, said Dr. Michael Ash, chief of the executive officers of the Nebraska Medicine. He said in a statement released Friday today, our teams have trained for decades alongside federal and state partners to make sure that we can safely provide care while protecting our staff and the broader community. Now, Dr. Michael Wadman, the medical director for the National Quarantine Unit, said there are 20 available spaces in the quarantine unit and each individual will have their own room and get food delivered to them. The passengers will have their vital signs monitored daily and have access to a team of healthcare workers, including infectious disease specialists and critical care physicians. Each of the rooms looks very much like a hotel room.
That's
with
crazy.
the addition of availability of Wi-Fi, exercise equipment. If the quarantine is prolonged, those would be important in terms of making sure that they're comfortable, Wadman said at a press conference on Friday evening. Nebraska Medical Center also has a biocontainment unit that housed some of the first COVID patients who'd been aboard the Diamond Princess cruise ship in early 2020, as well as several Ebola patients in 2014. If passengers become ill, they will move from quarantine into the biocontainment center. So again, this is also causing a lot of alarm with this hantavirus because it is very reminiscent of what we had seen before with the coronavirus.
Like I said, I find it highly suspicious that all this is happening. Bro, you can't make this shit up. Can't make this shit up. That's all I can tell y'all, people. You can't make this shit up. He still got more. He still got more. You can't make this shit up, bro. These people are trying to kill us.
A U.S. State Department spokesperson said the repatriation flight is part of a coordinated effort between the CDC, the U.S. Health and Human Services Department, and the government of Spain. A CDC official told NBC News that the agency's Global Migration Health Division, which includes hantavirus experts, is leading most of the engagements with states, particularly repatriation efforts. Now, at its Atlanta headquarters, the CDC has activated its Emergency Operations Center, a physical site where public health experts can track updates and coordinate their response to the outbreak. The agency has classified the hantavirus outbreak as level 3, which is the lowest level of concern. Now, while many of these efforts are standard responses to an international health threat, some public health experts said it's unusual that the CDC has not held a public briefing on the outbreak yet. Many experts also worry that the U.S. departure from the World Health Organization in January means the country won't be first to receive hantavirus updates. When asked about these concerns, HHS pointed to a statement on the CDC website that said that the government is working closely with our international partners, and the White House said the administration remains vigilant. Hantavirus causes fever, fatigue, nausea, and trouble breathing. Infections are rare but often deadly. The fatality rate in the Americas is up to 50%, according to the World Health Organization. Since the start of April, 6 passengers on the Dutch-owned ship known as the MV Hondius, they have been confirmed to have infections, and 2 more cases are suspected. 3 deaths have been reported, a Dutch husband and wife and a German woman. Now, because the virus's incubation period can last up to 6 weeks, state and local health departments are watching for symptoms among the American passengers who disembarked on April 24th. Georgia and Texas have each said that they are monitoring 2 residents who were on the cruise ship. Arizona and Virginia are monitoring 1 each. Virginia's health department said in a statement that a small number of other potentially exposed Virginians might be identified in the days ahead. Okay, wow. So that is the first time that I've heard that. We're hearing that the number might grow here very soon in Virginia, as well as they're saying more people might have been exposed to the individual that was on the boat and returned back to their home in Virginia. California's health department said on Friday in a statement that at least one California resident remains on board the ship and one other returned to the state after disembarking. New Jersey's health department also said that 2 New Jersey residents who were not passengers on the ship were potentially exposed to an infected person during air travel abroad. State health departments have not announced plans to isolate or test the returned passengers, citing the fact that none of them is showing signs of infections. The Texas Department of State Health Services said Thursday in a statement that the 2 residents who were on board are monitoring themselves for symptoms with daily temperature checks and will contact public health officials at any sign of possible illness. The passengers from Texas are not sick and did not have documented contact with a sick person on the ship, so there is no restriction on their movement. Chris Van Dusen, Director of Media Relations for Texas DSHS, said Friday in a statement, "If they develop any symptoms, they will contact public health and isolate. I don't believe asymptomatic spread in the home is a concern." Arizona state health officials said Thursday at a press briefing that the residents there who returned from the cruise, he is being monitored for symptoms and having their temperature checked daily as well. The monitoring will last for 42 days, starting when the person departed the ship, said Ken Komatsu, Arizona's state epidemiologist. State health officials said that it's up to the local health departments to decide whether to test the Arizona resident for hantavirus, but noted that any test results would likely be negative since the person is asymptomatic. The officials declined to share what county the Arizona resident is located in, citing respect for the person's privacy. Now, as
How the fuck can you talk about privacy in the midst of a pandemic? Do that. Just trying to check, but I don't think so. And I'm over here doping out. That's crazy.
I mentioned we've heard for Texas.
This shit is wild, bro. This whole shit is just wild, plain and simple. Like, I even doped out on y'all for a quick minute, I think. And that's just that. Then you got this shit over here.
We are going to start with some breaking news as we know that right now evacuations are currently happening for some of the passengers who were stuck on a cruise ship that was hit by a deadly outbreak of the hantavirus. Taking a look here at a social media post courtesy of the Associated Press, it says passengers started disembarking from the hantavirus hit cruise ship anchored off Tenerife in Spain's Canary Islands, hours after arriving there as evacuation plans got underway. We also have live images of that same cruise ship that, again, is still anchored off there off the coast of Tenerife. And I'm going to leave this on your screen while I also read up some more of this reporting courtesy of the Associated Press. They say the first plane carrying passengers evacuated from the His cruise ship departed from Tenerife in Spain's Canary Islands on Sunday, so today, for Madrid, while they will go to a military hospital. Spanish nationals were the first to leave the MV Hondias, which remains anchored off Tenerife after arriving hours earlier, and they will be under quarantine after they reach Madrid. Spanish health authorities had to say that at a news conference earlier on this morning. Now, only Spanish nationals will quarantine in that country. The cruise operator, which is Oceanwide Expeditions, listed 13 Spanish passengers and one Spanish crew member that were still on board. Nobody among the more than 140 people on the Hondias is showing symptoms of the virus, according to Spain's health ministry, also the World Health Organization and the cruise company Oceanwide Expeditions. Passengers and some crew members of other nationalities will be evacuated throughout Sunday into Monday. There were people of more than 20 different nationalities on board. Those disembarking and personnel working at the port of Granadilla in Tenerife were wearing protective gear during that evacuation process, including face masks, hazmat suits, and respirators. The cruise ship reached Tenerife early Sunday morning after leaving Cape Verde on May 6th. 3 people have died since the outbreak, and 5 passengers who left the ship are infected with hantavirus, which can cause life-threatening illness. Everyone disembarking will be checked for symptoms and are being taken off the ship only once evacuation flights are ready to fly them to their destinations. Speaking of those evacuation sites, we still have this also. More live images of some of those planes that are ready to take some of these passengers to those destinations where, again, they will be quarantined. Now, the WHO Director General, along with Spain's health and interior ministers, they are supervising the operation in Tenerife. It's the largest of Spain's Canary Islands off the coast of West Africa. Authorities have said the passengers and crew members who will disembark will have no contact with the local population. Hantavirus usually spreads when people inhale contaminated residue of rodent droppings and isn't easily transmitted between people. But the Andes virus detected in the cruise ship outbreak may be able to spread between people in rare cases. Symptoms usually show between 1 and 8 weeks after exposure. Speaking of, we did have that news conference earlier today featuring health officials as they provided some key updates as these evacuations are underway and really what the next steps are to make sure that those passengers and everyone stay safe. Let's take a look.
As you know, at 6:30 a.m. in the morning, the boat has arrived. At 7:30, a member of the Ministry of Health has boarded to assess the passengers. All the passengers are asymptomatic. They have confirmed this issue that all the passengers are asymptomatic. In this unprecedented operation is going as planned. As at 9:30 in the morning, the Spanish passengers has started to disembark. Right now, the plane going to Madrid has left, and the next passenger scheduled to be the passengers of Netherlands. For France, Canada, Netherlands, UK, and Turkey, Ireland, and United States of America. Now, if you want, I'm going to give the floor to the General Director of the WHO. Thank you very much.
I think you have said it all, so the best would be to get their questions if they have, but nothing to add. As you have seen, the operation has started and going very well, and we appreciate the coordination by Spain, and EU is also here, and support is already, as you can see it, and we hope everything will go as planned. Thank you.
How are you going to do the transportation? There is a Swiss passenger. Is he going to go today or tomorrow?
I don't know. The crew is
The crew, it depends.
It depends on
the plane.
Yes, it depends on the plane because 30 people of the crew is going to stay on the board. So it depends on the plane. It depends on the nationality of the crew.
So for Switzerland, not today. No
For Switzerland?
Switzerland.
Sorry, because we have many nationalities, we have many countries, and we have many boats. If you want, I will give you the information.
Commercial or military?
Which one?
The flight.
This shit is
Which one?
crazy.
No commercial flights. No commercials.
Only
No.
military flights?
It depends on the country or similar, or charter or military. Okay, but no commercial.
And
Thank you very much. This is a question for Dr. Ghebreyesus, please. My name is Remy Inocencio with US CBS News. I appreciate that there are many passengers on this ship from dozens of countries, but this is a question for the United States. With passengers flying home to the United States, what is your message to Americans who are still scared?
Yeah, thank you very much. That's a very important question. By the way, as part of the passengers, we have around 17 Americans. And coming to your question, we have been repeating the same question, the same answer many times. This is not another COVID. And the risk to the public is low. So they shouldn't be scared and they shouldn't panic. This is based on how the virus is behaving now, because this virus is well known, and there are assessments that have been done. But not only that, this, for several years, there were assessments on the behavior of the virus. So that's why we say the risk is low. So I want them to really take that, because based on scientific assessment and based on evidence, as Minister said, the risk is low. So they shouldn't worry. But the other part is all countries are taking precautions, including the US. We're in contact with US colleagues, both in Atlanta, and there are also some here in Tenerife. And they're monitoring everything, and they have made all preparations. They have their plan in place. I think the aircraft is arriving anytime today. So they have made all the precautions, and I hope the American people will have faith in their experts also, who are already working on this. And then, of course, the coordination, the leadership by Spain here, and all countries involved also is strong here. That's why, by the way, we chose Tenerife based on the IHR. Strong response here, strong capacity here. So that should also give them the confidence that this is being managed very well. So that's what I would like to say. And WHO is also here supporting to make the American people safe and the rest of the world also safe. But there's another issue, because we're fixated on the ship now. But as you know, the last death from the current outbreak was on May 2nd. So we haven't recorded any death after that. And as you know, there were a number who were evacuated and disembarked. And that's also a good news. We hope there will not be any death, but we will monitor strictly. Thank you.
Thank you for your efforts.
And that was the latest update that we had from just a few moments ago, featuring health officials in Spain and also the Director General for the World Health Organization, Dr. Tedros, who also posted this to his social media platform, saying hantavirus is not COVID and the risk to the people of Tenerife is low because of the nature of the disease and the actions of the Spanish government. I commend Spain's response in line with the international health regulations and the strong show of solidarity by Prime Minister Sanchez, the citizens of the country, and the people of Tenerife, who will continue supporting in any way possible, because this is important for the world and for Tenerife. Solidarity is the best immunity. Back out live to the images that we still have of the cruise ship, again, as evacuations are underway. And a reminder that passengers and crew members disembarking are leaving behind their luggage and are allowed to take only a small bag with essential items, a cell phone, charger, and documentation. Some crew, as well as the body of a passenger who died on board, will remain on the ship, which will sail to the Netherlands, where it will undergo disinfection. That's according to the Spanish authorities. Now, the expected sailing to the Netherlands is around 5 days, and that's according to the cruise company.
That's crazy. That shit basically answered everything for us. That shit just answered any and everything we needed to know about that fucking shit, bro. I'm telling you, this shit's about to get crazy, bro. You're about to be in some shit. You're about to be in some serious shit. I don't know what we're gonna do. Don't know what we gonna do, but this shit is real like glue. Don't know what we're gonna do. This shit crazy, yo. This shit is absolutely wild. Just Dr. Pepper coconut is crack. For real, that shit is crack. All right. I'll let you know about this whole cruise ship and the shit that's going on. So, yeah, that was just personal opinion. Let's see what happens. But I believe this shit is man-made. I believe this shit somebody's doing this on purpose. I don't believe this is just accidental. I think this is done on purpose. That's my belief. I could be wrong. Yeah. But I just don't know. And with that being said, people, I'm Havoc 3E. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat that came through to chill. I see the 3 people in the background hanging out. That's what's up. I'm gonna get out of here. Nobody video camera. I don't know. That's on everything. My knock on